mission. I just got bust. Yeah. We would need a fourth. No, I just got bust. Said we need a fourth. If we're gonna do it. Which one, the Sindo or the Ghost one? Oh, that was so close. I was just going to bed. You want to run this mission or not? Trash, but we're desperate. Why would you have to? Tomorrow. I think what he means is the popularity. Later too. And if you could find a player playing Jlara, I don't know anybody. Well, there goes one. Yeah. Good book, baby. Good book. Say what? It's egret. Egret. If the A is before the E, it's E. If the E is before the A, it's gray. Well, that's why pro's a pro at it. It's ribbons. Ribbons all day. That's where we need to stay. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. I was just telling Cole about that. But I'm repeating myself. I've said that before. Ever since they announced it. Yeah, why open it now? What do you mean not sealed? What does that mean? Why would it show the challenge when you get a veiled ribbon? It's veiled until you put it on the weapon. I thought, do you have ribbons before the update? I thought you opened everything up. Yeah, but I thought we all opened up our shit. I don't want no old ones. Everything's done. Oh yeah, I wouldn't buy those. I just wouldn't buy the ones that show the challenge. Charge up, why? Just because it shows the challenge? Oh, well, it makes sense because it's going too soon. Yeah, possible. I mean, I guess somebody's smart enough to do that. I was waiting till the last minute, bro. I swear. I was waiting till the last minute and I was going to bed. If we don't do this shit, I'm out. I don't care what the next mission is. There we go. Answer my questions. We won't find a fourth player. Where are you going to find a fourth player at? No, we don't. We stopped doing these a long time ago. He's one of my friends. That's another one of my friends. this weapon, so. The Kengineer just put out a new video how to one-shot the Archon. Looks like looks like it might be the Fenrir. I don't know, that's the answer.
This will be a legendary, and I one-shot it. Allow me to explain. I'm the Kengineer. Let's solve a practical problem. This video is sponsored by Aleka Frame, a powerful companion app for Warframe on PC. It helps you easily manage your inventory, improves the relic reward screen, tracks missing gear. We just have to accept that it's there. More defense comes from the abilities Boreal can use to prevent damage until we solve them, like the repulsion field or summoning Aerialist. However, if we do things right, these will be of no consequence, so let's ignore those for now. Their final line of defense, the hot topic of damage to Archons, is damage attenuation. Damage attenuation means that the more damage you deal, the higher the boss resistance, giving you diminishing returns. This isn't a new feature, it's used by bosses like the Sisters of Harvest already. However, there's a little more going on than first seems, and it's getting a lot of people very confused. You see, there's not one damage attenuation feature, instead there are two, and they overlap. The first is directly related to your weapons damage, which acts as a way to reduce how effective higher tier weapons are. We can call this weapon attenuation. As your base damage, pure damage modifiers, and elemental damage modifiers increase, the boss gets increased resistance to your damage. Unlike claims to the contrary, this doesn't mean low damage builds are any good though. Now, strangely enough, this weapon attenuation doesn't affect many stats. Multi-shot, critical multipliers, headshot bonuses, fire rate mods, and even faction buffs all seem to have no negative applied to them by weapon attenuation. However, pure damage buffs like Serration and Void Strike, or elemental buffs like Charge Shell, all give a much lower damage boost than you have come to expect fighting normal enemies. Even viral procs give a significantly reduced damage boost. Now, if after this attenuation you're still dealing a lot of the damage to the boss in a short amount of time, a second mechanic kicks in, which we can call applied attenuation. You may have noticed that the first time you shoot the Archon, or when you resume shooting after a moment's downtime, the first bit of the damage seems to do a lot of work before suddenly slowing down to a crawl thereafter. The damage you're trying to do just gets sapped away. This same mechanic happens with the Sisters of Arthos too. What seems to be happening here is that the game measures how much damage the boss actually receives over a short period of time, and ramps up the damage resistance to counter it if there's too much. This applied attenuation happens very rapidly and is constantly updating to handle how much you and your allies are actually hitting the boss. If you suddenly miss all of your shots or take a moment to revive a teammate, the downtime will remove the resistance, allowing your next shot to do a lot more damage. So unlike weapon attenuation, this applied attenuation is all about how much health the boss is losing. Your critical hits, the multi-shot, all of that applies here. This is why the Archivex is so utterly underwhelming in Nemesis final confrontations. But there is a way around this. Applied attenuation needs something to adapt to. If you hit the boss with a single powerful hit before any applied attenuation has been triggered, you can bypass the grind and simply tear it to pieces. So the tools we need to pull this off then are a high base damage weapon, a weapon with good critical stats, a weapon which can consistently headshot, a weapon which is mainly modded for radiation damage for that bonus against the armor, a weapon with a lot of multi-shot, and a Warframe with appropriate bonuses. Warframe bonuses include giving us faction damage, such as with Roar, critical damage, such as Electric Shield, headshot damage, such as from Prowl, or radiation damage, such as from Smite and Fusion. We don't need all of these, but whichever ones you can pick up will help your weapon be stronger. Ivara is perhaps the single best solo pick for this then, if not one of the best picks in total. Her ability to go invisible indefinitely helps tremendously with the whole not dying thing you need to do for the Archon fight, as there's no self-revive. Ivara's invisibility from Prowl also boosts damage to headshots, and she's got ability slots to spare to swap in Roar for that faction damage. In fact, I've had incredible success with this build right here. But a Warframe alone is no good. If you take the Rubico with this, you'll eventually kill the Archon. But that's simply too slow for this video. We need something that can headshot far harder than a sniper rifle. After all, why take something with a base 187 damage and 1 multi-shot, when we can instead use a weapon with 28 multi-shot for a total 3,897.6 base damage? That weapon is the Kuva Heck. The incredible multi-shot of the Kuva Heck helps to bypass one of the biggest barriers, the weapon attenuation. By splitting up the damage, this means less reduction per pellet. It's the secondary fire which is giving us the 28 base multi-shot, allowing for a lot more damage than if we had a single-shot weapon doing the same amount. On top of this, the Kuva Heck, like most other things with a very high base damage, is using simple bullets, meaning we can fully utilize the newly buffed headshot bonuses. This again helps evade the damage attenuation. The sheer upfront damage total means the applied attenuation also won't have time to kick in. Modded like this, with the Toxic Progenitor to get viral procs, we have ourselves an Archon killer. You charge up the Galvanized mods in Arcane by taking out a few random units on the way to the Archon, get all your buffs active, and then use Prowl's invisibility to get into a good position. Once you're ready, a simple, well-placed headshot will one-shot the Archon. Now there are some things you need to watch out for with this approach. Firstly, from just an ease of use, the Archon has a tendency to look anywhere other than at you whilst you're invisible. So you may need to get a little bit creative with your positioning to nail that headshot. You also need to remember you are very squishy, which means if a sentient Battlist starts going full laser disco, you absolutely cannot stand in the firing line. One tap from that whilst your shields are down, and you are out of the fight. Also, for this to all work, your buffs do need to be active to guarantee that one tap with a clean headshot. Any other hit on the Archon, including only using the normal fire rather than the alternate fire, will not only fail to kill the Archon, but will also trigger both its special attacks and its applied attenuation. If you do fail to kill it, reload quickly and try again for that headshot. Worst case scenario, you have to back off, rebuild stacks on nearby basic units, and then retry a kill shot later. Again, Avara's invisibility is incredible here. You can use other invisible warframes too, but it will be harder to secure the one-shot as you lose Prowl's headshot bonus. If you're running in a team who use multiple buffs together, such as one person using Roar and another one using Smite Infusion, you should be able to confidently one-shot Boreal. Now you don't just need to use invisible frames. Rather than subsuming Roar onto everything, we could just take Rhino himself out for a spin, buffed with Smite Infusion for additional radiation damage. Obviously, Rhino is far less squishy than Avara, but he also lacks any kind of headshot damage boost. Even then, the unnerved power of Roar will be enough to get you that one shot. Now let's say you don't want to use the Kuva Heck every time. That's understandable. Another group of weapons carry a certain feature which makes for another devastatingly good kill. The Incarnate Guns, Fenmore, Latum, and Felarx all have significant damage potential, especially when headshotting, thanks to their 2000% bonus damage feature. We don't get to enjoy the critical damage bypass of weapon attenuation, but it'll still be very effective. And what's curious about these weapons is that they also seem to get a much bigger benefit than they should from the ability Zarya's Whisper. This could be a bug, but for now it serves as both ridiculously high damage amplification, as well as preventing the sentience from adapting to your damage. Again, charge your buffs and aim for the head for a very quick kill. The Felarx will be able to get the one-shot kill, but for the Fenmore and Latum, you'll need to use a few headshots to get the quick kill on them. Now, while all of these methods can get you that very quick kill, all of them have multiple ways to go wrong with multiple points of failure. If something does go wrong, that now leaves you with an Archon that's not dead and now casting abilities. For Boreal, the main two abilities you'll need to be concerned with are his Repulsion Field and Aerialist Guardians. For the Repulsion Field, if you trigger it, I find it's best to bullet jump into the center and then switch to Operator to strike Boreal to turn off the field. As for the Aerialist, you can either use Majuro's Void Strike and the Clamora Prism Amp to melt the canisters off them in seconds. Alternatively, you can use a weapon to just shoot the canisters, for which I recommend using a wide-body projectile weapon like the Foreman or the Catchboot. Once the canisters are gone, you can use a corrosive weapon to kill them in a standard fashion. Alternatively, if you're using a Felarx, Latum, and Fenmore with Zarya's Whisper ability, you should be able to kill the Aerialists perfectly fine with those once the canisters are dead. Ultimately, the key to defeating Boreal quickly is to prevent them from ever getting to use these abilities, But if you do mess up your shot, at least you now have a counter for what comes next. And these are just some of the ways to do this mission. You can of course tackle Archons in other ways, which is why I've outlined the why as well as the how. Still, for the fastest and most reliable methods, these have served me well. We'll see soon if the other Archons require a different approach, but for the time being,
Yeah, man. Just reading the comments anyway. Oh, did you see the new PS5, bro? Yeah, there's a new PS5, bro. Crazy. It's got a lot of new improvements. It looks the same, but it's got a lot of new improvements. Yeah.
me, and for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Philly rapper PNB Rock getting gunned down in Los Angeles after being robbed for his jewelry. September 12, 2022, the Los Angeles Police Department will receive a call at 1:26 in the afternoon reporting a person had been shot at the Roscoe's House and Chicken and Waffles. The restaurant was located at the intersection of Manchester Ave and Main Street with a reputation of being one of the deadliest of several Roscoe locations, as it was centered around multiple gangs and gang sets such as the Main Street Mafia Crips, Mad Swamp Bloods, 8-7 Gangsta Crips, and the Hoovers. The Hoovers' deadly reputation has been circulating after rumors linked the LA gang to the recent shooting of Quando Rondo, who cut ties with the Roman 60s Crips after his friend was executed in front of him. The Hoovers' hands are also stained with the blood of Pop Smoke after a 15-year-old member was identified as the shooter. With all that being well known to LA natives, those from LA knew how deadly that restaurant was. 11 minutes after 911 was called, police responded to the scene advising a male victim had been shot multiple times in the chest. It was further advised he was still breathing and still conscious as an ambulance was en route. 4 minutes later, police would advise over the radio they were looking for a suspect wearing a purple mask, last seen running eastbound from the location. The victim would be rushed to a nearby hospital, and only 33 minutes after the initial 911 call, the victim was pronounced dead. A graphic video would make its way to social media showing Philly rapper PNB Rock laying face down in a pool of his own blood inside of the restaurant as those nearby stood shocked and panicked. Rock's last post to Instagram would show him riding in a vehicle as his girlfriend drove, and a screenshot of his girlfriend's Instagram would show she had taken a picture inside of the Roscoe's restaurant, even going as far as tagging the Roscoe's location. She'd delete the post soon after. Witness reports proclaim a man walked into the restaurant, immediately approaching Rock before a verbal altercation ensued. It said the man was demanding the rapper's jewelry, and when his demands weren't met, he opened fire. But even after shooting Rock in front of an entire restaurant, the suspect still took the time to remove Rock's jewelry before running outside and getting into a dark-colored getaway vehicle that had been waiting for him in the parking lot. Within the graphic video, you can see Rock wearing the same shirt he's seen within his last Instagram post, but his chains, the watch on his right wrist, and his ring are all missing. The 30-year-old rapper, born Raheem Allen, will be publicly pronounced dead hours later as celebrities and fans mourned and expressed how unnecessary his death was. Many have taken to blaming his girlfriend for dropping his location, while others understand the call could have been made from anyone that recognized either of them in the restaurant. In such close proximity to multiple gangs, it would have taken a matter of minutes for two men to get in the car, pull up, commit the brazen murder robbery before escaping just as fast.
Oh my god, it's fucking salvage. Jesus Christ, I'm never gonna fucking sleep, man.
Which he was pressed by LA gang members.
You heard? The best is salvage, huh?
Not needing security. Five stars up to get sequel to X from Ty West.
Unbelievable. I should have just gone to sleep. Are you mad? You know how much fucking dude. Let's just get a fourth. Bro left, right? He said he was going to sleep, right? He said he's coming on. He just messaged me and he said he's coming on. Jesus Christ.
because of his upbringing.
Yeah, I know. Alright, change up appropriately. I don't know. Alright, please. Let's squat up first. Check our auras. Make sure everybody's uninfested. Then give the blessing. Why not? But there's more enemies, so the well, we each get 200, so that's, yeah. Well, if we're gonna do the little baby map, then we're gonna have to search for it. Let's get to it, because and the baby map is less fucking cool, but too. And that's what I call it. Who the fuck is moaning? You could barely even hear me. How many times you told me to raise my voice because you can't hear me? Who the fuck is moaning? Ain't nobody fucking moaning. I'm just saying that if we're gonna do it, please, let's go, because we gotta search for the goddamn map. That's it. Well, first, before we bless and waste any time, we should all double check our auras. We should all double check our auras. Well, then, you already know what I got, so y'all can just check on your own, and I'll be there. can just show you later. Wally doesn't share builds. We're going asking for a build. It's just Malika. You ain't give me no. You never gave me an Ogre's build. Nobody's ever shown me an Ogre's build. The only Ogre's build that I have, Wally, you've never given. No, I showed you my builds. You didn't show me your builds. No, you didn't. Wally. Yeah, go ahead, find it. Go ahead, find it. Find it then. Alright, go ahead, find it. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying that you're. Yeah, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying you never sent me your bill. Your memory is just. No, you haven't. I've showed you all my bills. I literally showed you all my Ogre's bills. You never sent me no bills. Matter of fact, alright, so then let's get it right. Don't say that you sent me a bill. Just say that I never asked you for a bill. No, baby. Hold up. Hold up. When I showed you my bills, you said, oh, and then you said you were going to make certain changes. So what benefit would it be for you to show me your build if my build is something that you would... Well, that's not 100% true because there you go. Yeah, that's one thing. The ammo case. Yeah, what else? I don't need the bill, obviously. I'm just saying you never sent me a bill. You said you sent me a bill. Not ever. Whenever. Jay, Wally, my nigga. I don't know if you remember, our last conversations was over Quantum, and that was what, a year ago? Who knows how long ago? That was a long fucking time ago. That's the last time that you ever spoke. And then you came back, and then we started playing again. And since then, the only one who's opened any bills or sent anybody any bills has been me to you. You haven't sent me jack shit. So please, if your memory is faltering, I don't know what's going on here, but you have not sent MASH. Maybe you sent it to Pro. Maybe you sent it to Pharaoh. But not to MASH, puppy. And you can go back on the videos. Not ever! What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Not ever. First of all, when I started running the Ogress, hold up. When I started running the Ogress, you weren't playing. You weren't playing. I was using the Czar. Why would you send me an Ogress build when I didn't start playing? No, wrong. No, you weren't putting me on the Ogress build. Quantum wanted me to play the Ogress, and he never sent the build. All he did was criticize. Alright? I didn't have a ribbon. Hold up. I didn't have a ribbon, and that's why I never used the Ogress. I didn't start using the Ogress till I had my own ribbon. You know how many millions of Kuba I spent to get that Ogress build? You were not here, my friend. You just weren't. Never, you've never sent your build. But why would you send me a build? Wait. You want to show me a ribbon? Hold up. Stop. All right, please. Why would you send me a ribbon to show to my friends with a build? My friends wouldn't buy your build. They would buy the Ogress, right? So they're sending the build. Wally, Jesus Christ. You've never sent me a build. Alright, well, go ahead, find the video. Well, I'm not lying either, so find the video and shut me up. Well, you prove that you're right and I'm wrong. Like, shit, if I'm right. Oh, well, I'm not calling you a lie. I'm saying your memory's not serving you. No, I'm saying that you. If I say that I saw if I say that I saw a car pass by and somebody tells me, Mash, there was no car that passed by, they're not calling me a liar. They're telling me that my memory is wrong. It's not calling you a liar. A liar is when you purposely lie, when you purposely fabricate something to fool somebody else. That's not what I'm saying that you're doing here. I'm saying that you're
These
mistaken.
consoles have been compromised
I'm
by a
here. What the fuck?
fast-growing
What's up,
infested
nigga? What the
pox.
fuck?
Use the vaporizers to kill the pox, and I will access the consoles. Something in the air is corroding your warframe. Limit your exposure.
There's two. There's three, actually.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Multiple targets ahead. Tenno, these infested hold the serum we need.
Alright, this is the better map. This is the one that spawned in the back. Nice.
You picked up serum.
But it depends on the
Now
map.
put it in a vaporizer.
Yeah, the back is different. That's it. Hard. It was the
The
best one I've ever had, though.
serum will halt your health and armor from degrading.
Yeah, 7 already.
Keep fighting. I'm still working on this manifest.
Without a doubt.
I've reconstructed half the manifest.
So that's 12, 13. That's 12, 13. More time.
I have almost finished reconstructing the manifest. Multiple biosignatures detected. We've got infested incoming. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, great. Now I'm stuck under here. I'm stuck under the fucking tunnel.
I'm finished. You must
Yeah.
clear the area of infested before we can continue. This
Huh?
is what
It
was in
says
the
that
manifest. There's more where
I've
that
been
came
unstuck,
from.
but I'm
Do you
still
want to keep
stuck.
fighting? Here we go again. Get those vaporizers working.
Lose.